We all have our favorite episodes of Ed, Edd, and Eddy, but throughout the entire show, what do we consider to be the best moments overall? Well, we're here to help out with that. So sit back, grab some snacks, and let's find out. Hey everyone, welcome to 90s Nostalgia. Today, we're highlighting the 10 best moments in Ed, Edd, and Eddy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to 90s Nostalgia, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our countdowns regarding everything 90s. That being said, let's get started. Number 10. Too young to drive. Ed is on his way to his first taste of true adulthood, making sure he looks the part beforehand. Except, he takes the whole adult thing a bit too literal, casually making his way into a vehicle as if he was actually old enough to drive to work. Eddy finds this hilarious, and Double D snaps Ed out of his minor delusion. Number 9. No school tomorrow. Nobody likes going to school, and the same can be said about the Eds. Still, when's the last time you've seen anyone blow up an entire school out of complete recklessness? No one else but the Eds in this case, seeing as how they easily ended school for the entire cul-de-sac in such a short amount of time. I wonder who's going to pay the fines for that.
No school tomorrow!
Seems I did learn something from your book, Eddy.
Number 8. It was a foot. A culprit decided to jab the big red thing the Eds made, and unbeknownst to Eddy and Double D, Ed discovers that the culprit left behind solid evidence of their presence in the malicious act, thanks to a red footprint left behind covered in the same red paint next to the hockey stick. In this case, Ed just so happens to be the smart one that managed to put it all together. Well, sort of.
Who did it? Simple, my fine friends! It was a foot!
Number 7. 3 for 2. After getting a package in the mail, Ed is bestowed with 2 free jawbreakers he won from a magazine ad. The only issue here is that there's 3 Eds and 2 jawbreakers to split among them, which means someone isn't going to be so lucky by the end of everything. Still, Ed doesn't seem to catch on to this, and he's just excited to share them with his friends. Number 6. Room underwater. This one happens a bit quickly, but it still stood out nonetheless. After being reassured by Ed that he was only watching TV and nothing else, to Sarah's surprise, after opening the door, she's presented with 3 Eds floating in a room full of water. We have to ask ourselves, how long were they in there holding their breaths? Had Sarah not opened the door, those 3 would have been dead, right? Either way, that's a hefty water bill.
Just watching TV, Sarah! Nothing's going on here!
Number 5. It's my girlfriend. Everyone loves Naz. That we already know. When Eddy is putting together a video to show off how cool his life is to his older brother, he sort of stages a lot of his success in a way that is painfully obvious. In one instance, he refers to Naz as his girlfriend without her acknowledgement, forcing himself to scoot in as close as he can to make the lie as convincing as possible. This obviously doesn't play out the way he intended, which further ruins Eddy's video in the process.
Hey look, it's my girlfriend, painting her nails for me. I think I'll go give her the pleasure of my company.
Number 4. Rolf's photo. Who doesn't love picture day? No one can say Rolf is against it, considering he's fully dressed for the occasion and everything. Instead of a real camera, Ed is the one in charge of drawing each photo. We guess it's too pricey to get a real camera, so they went the cheap route instead. As usual. Ed goes above and beyond though, drawing Rolf as well as some sort of monster behind him, because why not? Number 3. It's a belt. Ed and Eddy are being chased by a snake, or so they think. Ed somehow puts up a real fight with it too, getting himself wrapped up and knocked down from it. Yet, even after Ed throws it on the ground, they're both still convinced it's a snake, despite it clearly being a belt. Double D tries to tell them it's a belt, but they don't really seem to process anything he's telling them, instead thinking of ways to make cash out of it.
It's a belt! For crying out loud, it secures your pants!
Sure looked like a snake.
Number 2. Sexton. We knew this one would stand out since it's supposed to be a kids show, but the devs managed to squeeze in some adult humor whenever they see an opportunity. In this case, Double D explains that the contraption he's holding is called a Sexton, Ed and Eddy find this hilarious and keep egging Double D to repeat it for their pleasure, since the creators know the audience want to hear it again and be reassured they heard the word correctly.
Commonly known as a sexton, Eddy.
He catches on eventually though. Number 1. Drop your face. Eddy is out of it in this clip, being dumber than Ed, which is saying a lot. After inhabiting a mailbox of all things, he looks up at Ed and Double D, who are both wearing masks resembling Plank and Johnny. Even after one of the masks falls off though, Eddy still doesn't catch on to the fact that they're just masks, but we'll give him a minute to figure it out.
Hi, Plank. Hi, Johnny. Oops. Johnny, you dropped your face.
No matter which moments we pick, we know there's plenty more out there that others enjoyed. So what do you think? Did you enjoy our list? Which moments were your favorite? Share them with us in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to 90s Nostalgia so you can keep up with our wide array of countdowns regarding everything 90s. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch y'all next time.